Hello, welcome back. This is my third attempt, so let's hope it goes okay this time. Good afternoon, it's Friday the 8th of November. My name's Diane and I'm coming to you from Walsall in the West Midlands, where I live with my partner Richard. This is a podcast usually about my knitting. Today I'm going to be talking about needles, my favourite ones. I said I was going to give a needle review. It's not so much a needle review as a what I like, what I gravitate towards. I've tried various needles over the years and there's certain ones that stand out for me, but I'm quite eclectic with them. So the only ones I haven't tried so far are chogo. Chogo, is that how you pronounce it? So I hope to get a set of those in the future and give those a go. But anyway, grab a drink, grab some knitting, get comfy. Shall we get on with it? Okay, so what's this? I'm gonna have to cut that out. Oh dear. So my very first needle set was a Knit Pro set, and they're rosewood, I think they're called, and it comes in a beautiful display case. There we go. And it just closes over. It's got like a magnetic, it's magnetized. There you go. Yeah, so that's the needles. Oh, and there all the cords. Now I've got a set missing out of here. I'm not sure if I've borrowed them out to somebody and not got them back yet. Probably my daughter Susie, or they're on a project languishing in some corner somewhere that I've forgotten about. But they're a wooden needle, rosewood. Let me just, there we go. Lovely needles. I don't use them as much as I probably did when I first got them, because it's one of those things, isn't it? You get the new and the shiny and you like gravitate towards those for a while and you forget about the goodies, oldies but goodies. So yeah, that was my first set. I love them. They don't get used as much these days. I think it's more the case of it's in this great big box and it doesn't fit in a project bag. I just end up, sorry, I've got distracted by a magpie on the garden. You know what I'm like, easily distracted. Oh, now a pigeon's joined in. Yeah, so that's the Knit Pro set. Really lovely set of needles. Okay, my second set of needles that I ever had bought me was from Richard. He bought me those other ones. He's bought me all my needles, to be fair. He's lovely like that. He knows what I like. He knows me so well. They're Knit Pro. But if you have this set and I'm wrong, please do correct me. They are carbon. They're carbon needles, and they come in this flip case with a zipper all the way around, which fits into a project bag really nicely. What do they come? I'm going to attempt to read it. 3mm. They go from 3mm to a 6. The Knit Pro set also go from 3mm to 6mm. I think most sets of needles do. These I absolutely love. Absolutely love. They're lovely. The stitches glide off there. Not brilliant if you're a beginner knitter and you don't want your stitches to all slide off, but fantastic set of needles. I really like them. And You can see how I've used these to death. Some of them have the what do you call it, the silver, what's it, has worn off, look. The coating, like a brass tip, because this part is carbon, and it looks like they've like pushed on either end, but they're great. I absolutely adore these needles. I love them. Love, love, love. And they come with various wire lengths and stoppers as well. The only thing is that as you hold them up, they all fall out. Stay back. Oh dear. I think I'm a movie star sometimes. There we go. Yeah, so they come with this. Yeah, they come with the stoppers as well. So what are you doing? We'll just zip that up now, shall we? Because they're just getting annoying, keep falling out. But yeah, lovely set of needles. Absolutely adore them. Where are we putting the done pile? There we are. Do you like my plant pot? Richard's mum got me that for my birthday with the glasses on. I bought a new plant for it this week. Last week, sorry. I've no idea what it's called, but it looks nice. But look, isn't it cute? You could just sit there and read a book. Another tangent. Oh, I love my tangents. Moving on. Okay. Next favourite. Oh, there must be a set on a project out of this one as well. So these are the Lick Blush needles. I've shown these on the podcast before. I absolutely adore them. They're a wooden needle again. Beautiful set. Absolutely gorgeous. And they go from a 3mm to a 6 again, I believe. Should we just check that? I can't read these because the writing is non-existent. They go from 3.5. Oh, yeah, that's a 3.5. US 4. That's surprising. I thought they went from a 3. Maybe that's why I have so many sets of needles. Yep, these again come with various lengths of wires and end stoppers in these little bags. I don't know why the bags are always blue. What's this? Oh, that just shows you how to tighten up the needle on the wire. Yeah, so like I said before, wooden needles hold your stitches on a little bit better. They don't slip and slide all over the place. It's got a zipper at the front there for your extra. You can put your pattern in there, or what have I got in there? Just the paperwork and the invoice. I don't know why. Why do we keep invoices? Why do we keep all the stuff? It's like cardboard boxes, isn't it? Every time Richard buys something, he puts a cardboard box in the loft. And then we end up with a whole load of cardboard boxes in the loft. And then one day he goes up and he says, there's a lot of boxes up there, I better get rid of them. Get rid of them when you've emptied it. Oh, I might have to keep it just in case. Never sends anything back anyway, even if he doesn't like it. But neither do I. So that's it. And it comes in this beautiful pink case. So they're the Lick Blush. Beautiful set of needles, reasonably priced as well, to be fair. I'll keep that gauge nearby because I guess I'm going to use it again at some point. While we're on lick needles, I'm obsessed with lick. So they do shorty sets as well. And this is I think they're brass. And they've tarnished a little bit. I need to polish them. But you can leave them tarnished, or as you use them, you can see the ones I've used and the ones I haven't. The ones I've used, it kind of absorbs the oils off your fingers and tarnishes them. But they just polish up nicely. I just haven't got round to it. And they come with these smaller, I think that's the longest. There was some paperwork in there to say how long they are, but I haven't got a tape measure to hand, so. But these are great, especially these smaller ones, for doing arms, because there's two of those. There's one of, is that the same as that? I think it's bigger, isn't it? Yeah, one of each of the longer ones. But you've got two of those, so you can do your sleeves 2 at a time, which is fantastic. I did try before I had, and the reason that I had these was for sleeves, because I absolutely struggle, really struggle. These come with the stoppers as well. Lots of stoppers. Oh, there's another packet there. I'm wondering if they're out the other set now. Yeah, so they come in a beautiful case with that little pocket there for all your wires and your stoppers, and that just folds up, and this just pops into your project bag really easy. It's like a little purse. But I used to use Pro Zing, is it? Are these called Zings? Double pointed needles for sleeves. So yeah, I used to use double pointed needles for sleeves. I don't get on with double pointed needles very well. I've got a whole set here, and I've got various other single ones that I've bought over the years. Can't even say what I'd use these for anymore, because I don't use them for sleeves, so they're just kind of redundant at the moment. Yeah. Knit Pro Zing they are. Moving back to the lick, because I'm a lick fan. These are wooden ones, shorties again. Bit more grippy than this one, so great for arms. And they all come with, there's black stoppers in these ones and black cords. Again, you've got two, I won't open that because it's really crinkly. You've got two of the smaller ones and one each of the other size of cords. So there's plenty there, you know, to do what you want. And again, I've used these on sleeves as well. Absolutely magnificent. Love them. Much better than, and they also come with the joiners, so you can join your wires. I think that's in that set as well. They're in all the sets, to be honest. And then you've got your little what's-its to attach them to the needle to the wire. I know what I mean. I absolutely love these. These 2 sets for arms, and my go-to every single time. As I said, I don't like double pointed needles. Tried them. I think it's either it's a love-hate, isn't it? It's the same for knitting socks. I couldn't knit socks on double pointed needles. I much prefer the 9-inch circulars, but we'll get to that shortly. I'm running ahead of myself here, aren't I? Coffee's cold. Okay, so yeah, those are the Lick shorties. Again, comes in a beautiful case, fits in your project bag, your handbag even. It's just the same size as your purse. Beautiful. Absolutely adore those. Not a fan of DPNs. What shall we move to next? So a couple of years, was it 2021, I think it was, Richard got me this. I had this made, and it's a folder with a binder in the middle. And I have showed this on the podcast before. But I house all of my higher sharps, what you call them, flyers, higher flyers. I do have paperwork for these, actually. I've kept it. So the 9-inch, I've got the sock sets, and the sock set comes in this little bag when you get it. So there we go. I've talked about these bags before. So your needles come in the packets, in these packets. Just grab one out. All of my needles are on socks at the moment, so that's a 2.25. So they come in a packet with this card in, and all I've done is kept the card, put it into a little one of these Polly Pocket things with a zip pull on it, and then just put them into this folder. So all my 9-inch circulars there are at the front, and then I've got the higher flyers, and you get four higher flyers in a set, all the same. So you can do your magic loop, but without magic loop, basically. They're the same as the DPNs, but they're bendy, and I love these. They're so much better than DPNs because they bend. You've got more control over your knitting. I could knit a pair of socks off these easily, like you do with DPNs, but I've got 9-inch circulars, so I use those because I prefer those. But these I use for toe up, so to begin your toe up, and I use it to do the end, you know, when you finish your toe at the end, all the way down to your 10, 12 or 10 or whatever, how many stitches you leave before your Kitchener. That's what I use those for. But they're also good for like thumbs and fingers on gloves, and they're brilliant. I absolutely love them. And each set that you get comes in one of these bags. So I've got a full set of 9-inch circulars and a full set of higher flyers, and they both came in a bag like this, and the bag houses my sock projects. And this is one of those said projects. These are the 9-inch circulars, which I absolutely love. I've knit Richard so many pairs of socks on these. and they're just so easy. They're just so easy to use. And then when you come to do your toe, I just count my stitches across, put a marker in there, get one of my flyers, knit onto the flyer to the marker. I do the heel that way, so you leave all of the other stitches live on the back on this needle, and then you knit your other stitches on the flyers for the heel. And then again, when you come to the toe, I'll keep going until I put my marker in, obviously. And then I'll keep going until I've got too few stitches, and then I'll get my flyers out and go to one on each side, the same as you would on a DPN. Absolutely brilliant. Love them. And that's the progress on his socks so far. But I do have two the same, so, and they're on 2.25 needles, 72 stitches I've tried this time, because I'm doing 2.25. And that's purely because my gauge has got looser as I've got more into sock knitting. I think I've just relaxed into it a little bit more, and my gauge has become looser. So I used to do his socks on 2.75, then I went down to a 2.5, and now we're down to 2.25, because he likes a nice, it makes a lovely thick fabric, but it just takes a little bit longer because it's 2.25, obviously. And his socks take a long time anyway, because he likes a long leg. So, but if you get the results you're looking for, it's all good. So yeah, so that's the case that I got for Christmas a couple of years ago. It's got my initial on the edge there. A friend who lives in Wales, and he doesn't do it anymore. He stopped doing it. He struggled through COVID. He struggled through COVID with work, as a lot of people did. That's when Richard ordered this from him, and I think it's the, well, I know it's the same guy. He ordered a belt from him and a wallet from him, and to keep him going over COVID, and he's had quite a few things done in leather from this fella, and he's absolutely wonderful. But I believe he doesn't do it anymore. But he asked him to do Tree of Life as well, which is amazing, fabulous, and I love that. I love the sentiment of it. It's very sentimental. And sorry, I did mean to say, the 9-inch circulars come in at 2.25, 2.5, 2.75, 3.5, and you get one project bag, and that is the card that comes in the bag with it. Higher flies. Highly recommend these needles. They're absolutely perfect for your projects. And then the sharps, the sharp flyers are 6-inch, and they start at 2mm, 2.25, 2.5, 2.75, 2.5. Oh, this is where I got my panda point protectors from. And you get an animal snip, so it's a little pair of animal snips. Don't know where they've gone. One small panda point project protector, so to put a needle, what's here? One sheep, needle gauge, and a project bag. So that's the set for that. That's the list that you get in that set. Highly recommend this set as well. If you're a sock knitter, an avid sock knitter, I don't know where people manage without them because they're absolutely wonderful. Oh, I've got lots of poly bags. Signature 4-ply West Yorkshire spinners. That must have been a sock project of some type at some point. And it's got little pockets on there as well, on each side. So there's one that side and one on that side to put your notes in, or little gauges or whatever. So yeah, beautiful. Absolutely, highly recommend those sets. I can't speak highly enough of them. Where are we at? Half an hour. Right. Staying with higher. I have a set of higher needles here. Let me just grab that gauge again because I'm not going to be able to read them. And these are the ones that go from a 6mm up to a 10. So 6mm to 10mm, these ones. Beautiful set of needles. I've never used them yet because I don't do chunky knitting. Again, Richard's purchased these for me for my birthday last year or the year before. There's a little pocket there for all your little cards and whatnots. It just pushes over. There's a little press thing on the front there, and I also have the crochet hooks in this fabric as well. It's beautiful. There's a little pocket on the back there, and that houses all of the cords. You get 2 of the they join the cords, jointers. You get 2 of those little to screw your ends together when you put the needles on, and then your cords are varying. So that is upside down, 80cm to 86cm, 32 to 34 inches if you're in old money, 40 to 46, and 60 to 66. So for the bigger projects, 100 to 106, that's on a project somewhere, but it'll be on a 4-ply, I imagine. But yeah, I haven't used these yet because I don't do chunkier knitting projects. I mainly do 4-ply. The biggest I think I've knit is double knit. I'm sure they'll come in handy at some point in my life, but they're there should I need them. Beautiful case. Can't say anything more than that about the needles because I haven't actually used them, but I love the case and I love the concept of having a set that's a little bit bigger. My last purchase, and I got these from the Southern Wool Show. Was it the Southern? No, it wasn't. Wool at J13 from Dina's Home of Craft. She sells all sorts of needles. The Lick Blush ones I got from her the year before at Yarndale. Yeah, she stocks lots. Again, beautiful fabric. It's got that little button that just pops over that little thing there. And the set is out on projects. I absolutely love these. These are the higher sharps. and they are very sharp. They're very pointy. Great for those projects where you've got to pick stitches and pull them over. Fabulous. And they go, and this is why I bought this set, from a 2.75, because I needed a 2.75 at the time for a project. 2.75 to, oh, where's that one gone? Now I can't say it's to this one, it must be the one above it, because there's an empty. So it's going to be a 5.5, I imagine, because that's a 5. And there's a spare slot there where they're missing, so they're on a project somewhere. Can't think what project though. Probably another one that I've forgotten about. Let me see if there's if I've kept any. No, of course I haven't kept any paperwork. Well, all of these are out as well, so they're all on projects. But I think you get up to 100 centimetre, which is a metre of wire, the biggest one. And I think this is probably the smallest at 24 centimetres, which is 16 inches. Absolutely highly recommend these. High sharps. Don't put your fingers on the ends of them and push your stitches off your needle though, because you make a hole. The same as the 9-inch circulars. I'm forever making a hole in my finger, and I've got one that's just healed from this week. But yeah, just remember not to push the stitch off your needle, or put a thimble on your needle on your finger or something. One of those rubber paper hat things that you put on your finger to count money. Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. Good old paperwork, huh? 7 5-inch sharp tips. No, that is the highest one, so there must be a spare pocket there. 2.75 to 5mm. 4 small cables, 16 to 18, which is a 40 to 42 centimetre. 1 needle grip, 1 cable key, 1 cable connector, and 1 needle gauge. So you get these needle gauges, which is a little sheep, in all of the higher sets, and he's got his little name badge on there. Look, higher. Oh, they're cute. I've got these everywhere. Can never find one when I need one. But yeah, this is the higher. This is the higher channel, isn't it? The higher episode. But I absolutely adore these needles. They are my new go-to favourite of all the needles that I've got. And my last one that I bought just randomly because I needed that particular size of needle and didn't have one is the Addy red lace. I love these needles. I would actually buy a set of these. But it didn't actually fit the project that I bought it for in the end. I think I needed a longer cord, and it was the cord that was too small. So this is just languishing. It was the right size needle, which is a 2.5. And I think all my projects were on 2.5. I've got projects that were on the 2.5s at the time. I hadn't bought that. I hadn't got that higher set there with the 2.5 in it. No, 2.75 that is, isn't it? 2.5. I hadn't got a set with a 2.5 needle anyway, with a long cord. So I bought that. But I do like the Addy lace needles. Nice and pointy, nice and sharp, perfect for picking. So that is another nice one that I love. The other one that I really, really like is on here, and I can't even find the other two. I bought 2 of these when Mona came over for a visit, and we went to the knitting corner. We had a day out at the knitting corner in Sutton. That's a 3mm, and I think I bought a 2.75mm, and these are the Mindful fixed, and I love the cables on these. They don't keep the memory, so does that make sense? And this is on my Cozy Memories blanket, because I was doing this on double pointed needles, and I'd got some pandas on the end to stop the stitches from falling off, which just kept falling off the end. So I bought these because I needed that size needle to do this project, which is coming along nicely. I've put another couple of squares in since you last saw that, so that's growing nicely. I do need to do more on that. Richard wound up all the balls for me last weekend that I bought from the Southern Wool show. So all of these are new colours to go in. I bought those ones in there from the Southern Wool show. Some of these, this one, and I think it's, where have I put it? Oh, that one. Those are Punkafu Stitch Story. Beautiful, absolutely lovely yarn. Highly recommend her. I'll leave a link to her channel. Not channel. I'll leave a link to her Etsy shop below, and I believe she's still got a couple of sets of these left that she put on Instagram the other day. So yes, that is my needle parade. We should just call it the needle parade, shouldn't we? Should we do that? I need to do some more on my Battenberg blanket. I haven't done any. I've made some more squares, made a bit of progress there, but I haven't attached any of them on. I'm using one set of those higher sharps on this project. There we go. I think these are 2. No, they might be 3mm. What have I done with that needle gauge? There we go. Always keep a needle gauge next to you. 3.25 those are. So there's one set. We know where they are. And this is, oh, I'm absolutely loving this project. I think I showed it on the vlog that I did earlier in the week on Tuesday. If you haven't seen that, go and have a look, have a laugh. But I absolutely love this. It's so soft. It's got alpaca in it. Yeah. I'm just about to finish the 7th repeat on this, and it says to do 8 repeats of the pattern. 3 repeats to get the length I want. So probably 10 or 11, 8. Yeah, 10 or 11 repeats I think on that before we're splitting for sleeves. And this wool is my own hand dyed, and it's called Off to Work. And that lives in this project bag. Stitch my Mrs. D. Oh, there's a sock in here as well. Oh dear. Sharing project bags now. I need to make myself another couple of bags because I'm running low. Let's pop that one in that bag there. So that is my needle roundup. Not so much a review as a what I love to use. My favourites are all there. I hope that you enjoyed that and it gave you some inspiration and some insight into needles for the future. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below. If you've got any recommendations, pop them in the comments below. And please, if you know how to shorten the yoke on this, because I want to make it again, I've just downloaded another pattern for a cowl that I'll be casting on shortly. I'm blaming Amanda from A Mouse's Makes. From Mouse's Makes. It's all her fault because she showed her cowl on the podcast, and I have seen it on her podcasts before and thought, oh, I really need to make that. And then it kind of went out of my fuggled brain. I'll be casting that on in the not so distant future, and I've just ordered some wool from Wool Warehouse. I think it's called Fiesta, something Fiesta, but when it comes I'll show you that. And that's for a cardigan that I want to cast on, courtesy of Marie from Marie's Knitting Journey. So I'm blaming Marie totally for this one as well. Nothing to do with me, these are all other people's. That I've seen them casting on, their inspirations, and they've inspired me to make these things too. So I've got the pattern already for that one. So that will be another cast on soon as well, so watch this space for those. I'll be back next week with a normal service will be resumed, a normal podcast, where I'll show you what I've cast on, if I've cast those new ones on, and the progress on the Stromboli, hence the jumper that I've just shown you. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed that. Leave me some comment what your favourite needles are. Yes, I think that's everything. I'm searching my brain for anything more, as you do. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.